What is going on, everybody? I hope everybody's enjoying their week. Hope you're having a great holiday. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Black Capino the Apple Guy, and my channel specializes in tech tutorials, unboxing, some tech reviews, and some vlogging. And if this is also something you would like to see, please think about smashing that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you don't miss content when I drop it. So let's get into the video. What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about Sony's Zv-1. Now, I've had this camera for about two and a half weeks. I did an unboxing and I did a little bit of some kind of tutorials on some of the accessories that you can get for this, as well as did a review with the wireless remote control that you get with this camera if you buy it as a creator kit. Now, I'm not a camera expert by any means. This is just plainly from my point of view in terms of me being a solo creator and why I chose this over not buying another full frame camera, whether it was a Panasonic or another Sony or Fuji or Canon. So we're going to get into this review now, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this in terms of what it is. So specs wise, this is a 20 megapixel camera that is capable of doing 4K at both 24 and 30 frames a second, as well as 1080 at 24, 30, and 120 frames a second. Now this does have a flip out screen, which is something that I was actually looking for in a small compact camera. Obviously there were a few out there. The only other camera that I saw that was decently sized like this was Sony's own A7C, but that camera is like a $2,000 camera, and I'm not sure if it was with a lens or without a lens, but even still at $2,000, this comes in at around $699, and if you get it with the creator's kit, which basically consists of the camera and a wireless grip that also serves as a tripod, it comes in at around $800, which is significantly less expensive. Now, obviously, the difference between this one and most other Sony brands or Sony cameras is that this one does not have a removable lens. This is an f1.8 to f2.8, so this basically was perfectly fine for me in terms of vlogging. So when I'm sitting in front of a camera like I am with my G85, I still get that nice kind of up close, but not right on my face, but get the wonderful little bokeh blur in the back if I wanted to do that. So that is the reason why I got rid of my G7, because I wanted something smaller as opposed to hogging around two larger cameras. Now again, I've had this for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, so I don't really have a chance to actually kind of do a lot of video recording with it, because I live here in Alaska and it's wintertime, so when it gets cold the camera's not weather sealed, so it doesn't really perform well in cold weather. And the fact that, you know, if the battery dies, I don't have another battery that I can just pop into it if I'm just kind of running around short doing quick vlogs. But in terms of color science, in terms of colors and how well it is, it does a pretty good job of accurately doing colors. Actually much better than my G7, considering that my G7 was about $500 and this is about $200 more than that, but it's basically the same price as my G85. That's not saying that by any means that the G85 is not as good as a camera as the Sony. In terms of just small compactness, it actually does a pretty good job of representing its colors accurately. It's small, it's compact. It's just one of those cameras that you don't expect it to do a lot, but it does a lot. And again, it does come with a hot shoot, so you can mount an external mic to the camera if you wanted to do any type of vlogging situations or any type of run and gun style shooting. So in terms of how I use it for, like I said before, I use it mostly as a vlogging camera for doing what I'm doing now. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to switch from my G85 and we're going to do the rest of the video on the Zv-1. So now we're shooting on the Sony Zv-1. I actually have this in f1.8 and my ISO is at 100. So this is what it sounds like with the camera with no audio other than what's coming from the camera itself. And I believe I have the color reset, so this is just a flat profile. There is no color grading, there is no different color loss, it's just straight color coming from the camera itself. Now right now I also have the face detection as well as the eye detection on, so it's always constantly focused on both either my face or my eye, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. And with the included, if you buy the creator's kit, which includes the tripod / remote control, I have the ability to either stop a video or start it. I also have a customized function right here. So as you can see right now on the back, it's just clear, and it's clear. There's no bokeh in it whatsoever. But once I actually set the custom button to add instant bokeh on my camera, if I wanted to add a little bit of background blur to my camera, depending on how I have my buttons customized. If I have it customized for button 1, if I'm using the remote control, then I actually can customize it by simply just tapping on the C1 button, and it gives me instant bokeh on the back of that. Now the other cool thing about also having the, or should I say buying the wireless creator kit version, is that not only is this a tripod, but it is also a remote control, which means it also allows me to use the zoom in and zoom out functions. So currently right now you have it seen zoomed out. This is at f1.8. Now say I want to get more of a focus on myself, simply just with the remote control, I simply press up and it puts me at f2.8, which gives me a little bit more of a close-up. But if I want to go up even closer than that, then it's kind of more of a digital, kind of like a digital zoom beyond the f2.8. So right now at 2.8, if I continue, as you can see, it more focuses a little bit closer now on my face, and everything else is just in the background. Again, if I had the customized button set for bokeh, then the background would be more blurrier. But if you look on the screen, you'll notice that there's little white bars around the edges. This is if you digitally zoom in beyond the f2.8. Otherwise, if you are just doing simple vlogging like I'm doing right now, then normally leaving it at f2.8 or in between, or leaving it at f1.8, depending on how you want to do your vloggings, is perfectly acceptable. Now again, I've only had the camera for just about 3 weeks, so I haven't really had a chance to kind of take it out and test it. I do live in Alaska, so the cameras really don't do well in the cold, especially if they're not weather sealed. And with this not being a weather sealed camera, I usually don't really bring around extra batteries with me if I'm just going to do a short, simple vlog. So as the temperature tends to warm up, or once I get a little bit more familiarized with the camera, then I'll have a few more videos out there with just showing some of the pretty cool recordings that you can get with this camera. And I'll also use a external mic with this. I typically will use my Rode wireless mic with this, and I also will show you a way of kind of turn this into kind of a really simple, easy to use vlogging setup without having to spend a ton of money on it. I'll have a link in the description for one of those pieces right now, which is called the small rig for the Sony Zv-1. I believe the one that I bought was, I think, 20 some odd bucks, 26 bucks for this. There's other setups that you can get from small rig that you can accommodate for this if you want to use a separate external mic, and then use the cold shoot for using your if you want to use an external light connected to that. So that is everything that I have for my review on the Sony Zv-1. Now again, like I said, I am not a camera expert. This is actually my second Sony camera that I've actually owned. Actually no, I have one more Sony camera that I just bought actually a couple of days ago, so I'll be talking a little bit about that as the weeks progress on. And I have one more special gift that I actually bought for myself for Christmas that I will be talking a little bit about. I'll be doing an unboxing of it, and I'll have a video for that one out after I have one from my other Sony that I got also, so stay tuned for those videos. And that is everything for the Sony Zv-1. Again, if this video was helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, that way you don't miss content when I drop it. Feel free to browse my channel. Again, take a look at my Sony Zv playlist that I have, as I have some accessories on there that can actually help you enhance this camera if you already have the camera itself. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Stay tuned for my next 2 videos, and see you guys in 2021.